Imagine for a moment, January 1945. Soviet tanks rumble through the frozen gates of Auschwitz, uncovering a nightmare beyond words. 7,000 skeletal survivors, 1.1 million ghosts, and SS guards about to face an instant, brutal death. The Red Army doesn't hesitate. Rifles blaze, bullets rip through the flesh of fleeing killers. Blood stains the snow as vengeance erupts. But that's just the beginning. What did the Allies, the Soviets, Americans, and British, do with the rest of Auschwitz's captured monsters? Some met swift justice, their necks snapping under Polish ropes. Others slipped into the shadows, living free while survivors wept. And a few faced fates so chilling they'd haunt even the victors. Over 6,500 SS guards survived the war's end, and the hunt was on. A saga of gunfire, trials, and escapes that'll shock you to your core. Welcome to Through the Ages, where we rip open history's darkest secrets. Before we dive into this blood-soaked tale, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to join hundreds uncovering the truths they don't want you to know. Picture the scene. January 27, 1945. The Red Army crashes into Auschwitz, boots crunching over icy barbed wire, liberating a hellscape of gas chambers and ash. The SS, over 7,000 strong across its brutal years, know their reign's done. Heinrich Himmler had snarled, "Not one prisoner falls alive into enemy hands," so they'd herded 60,000 survivors onto death marches, skeletal figures stumbling through snow, while guards torched records and crematoria to bury their crimes. But as Soviet rifles gleam in the frost, some don't escape fast enough. Bullets fly, SS throats gurgle, bodies slump into crimson puddles. A Polish survivor, Tadeusz Szmierczynski, freezes at the sight. They shot them like dogs, no questions, just fury. Over 6,500 SS slip past that first bloody wave, scattering across Europe's ruins, and the Allies split the chase. Soviets unleash hell, Americans and British stalk the rest, but not every killer meets a bullet or a rope. This is a tale of vengeance unleashed, desperate flights, and a justice that stumbles in the chaos. The Soviets don't wait. January's icy air fills with gunfire as they catch Auschwitz's guards mid-run. A Red Army officer scribbles in his log, "We found them cowering in ditches, shot them on sight, no orders needed," his hands still trembling from the recoil. Survivor Primo Levi, eyes hollow from the camp's torment, watches the carnage. The Russians didn't care who they were. SS meant death, plain and simple. Near Kraków, stragglers huddle in terror. Polish witness Janusz Nel Siedlecki stares as they lined them up, rifles barked, blood painted the snow red. Dozens fall in those frantic hours, some whisper hundreds, their corpses stiffening where they drop. Lower guards, the grunts who shoved millions into chambers, take the brunt, skulls shattering under Soviet wrath. The Red Army's seen Babi Yar, Stalingrad, their own villages razed, 26 million dead fuel every trigger pull. But bullets can't snag every shadow, and the big fish dart free, leaving the Allies a wider net to cast. Don't miss what's coming. Subscribe now. While Soviet rifles roar, one man sprints from the chaos, Rudolf Höss, Auschwitz's commandant, the cold-eyed master of the gas chambers. By May 1945, he's a ghost. Mustache shaved, Wehrmacht uniform stolen, posing as Franz Lang, a farmer skulking near Flensburg's muddy fields. Himmler had hissed, "Blend into the army," but British intelligence smells blood. On March 11, 1946, Captain Hans Alexander, a German Jewish émigré turned Nazi hunter, stalks him to a barn. Höss's wife cracks under relentless pressure, and Alexander storms in, boots thudding on straw. He stood there, calm, denying it, Alexander recalls. So I smashed his ring finger with a stick. The SS ring gave him away. Blood drips. Höss crumples, gasping, "I am Rudolf Höss," as fists rain down. Beaten senseless, he's dragged to a jeep, a trophy for the Allies. The Soviets had blasted the small fry, but Höss's fall shifts the game. The hunt's global now, and the gallows loom. Poland turns into a theater of retribution. By late 1947, Soviet-liberated Kraków hosts a reckoning, the Supreme National Tribunal hauling 40 Auschwitz guards before a crowd baying for blood. Höss, shipped from Nuremberg's witness box, faces his turn. Survivor voices claw the air. Maria Mondel, the beast of Birkenau, ruled the women's camp with a smirk. Her neck snaps on the gallows. Silence at last. Maximilian Grabner, Gestapo butcher, bragged of 3 million murders. His defiance chokes as the rope bites. On April 16, 1947, Höss climbs the scaffold at Auschwitz, steps from his old villa, 100 witnesses glaring as the trapdoor thuds. Survivor Józef Paczynski, who'd cut Höss's hair in camp, stares. Cold justice, no tears, just a body swinging. Over 600 guards face Polish courts. 1,000 extradited from Soviet clutches, but only 49 hang. Most get prison, some a measly 3 years. Soviets shot dozens at the start. Poles string up their share. But the numbers don't match the graves left behind. And here's where it turns chilling. While Soviets fire and Poles hang, thousands of Auschwitz guards melt into the post-war fog. Oskar Groening, the bookkeeper of Auschwitz, sorted victims' loot, lived free in Germany till 2015, convicted at 94, whining to the BBC, "I saw the gas chambers, but I didn't kill." Only 789 of 6,500 SS face any trial, less than 12%. The British nab Joseph Kramer, ex-Birkenau boss turned beast of Belsen, he swings in 1945 at Lüneburg, neck cracking as crowds roar. But Cold War gears grind, Allies eye ex-Nazis as communist pawns, letting others slip. SS Dr. Johann Kramer flees to Münster, 10 years in jail, then free till 1960. Survivor Irina Weiss, facing Groening, sobs, "They lived normal lives while we burned." Soviets keep shooting. Near Auschwitz in 45, a dozen caught hiding eat bullets. No ceremony, but the West wavers. Over 5,000 guards fade into quiet streets, tattoos tucked away, crimes unjudged, a justice half-served. Here's the gut punch. Soviet gunfire erupts as Auschwitz falls. Dozens of guards shredded in the snow, a brutal dawn for Allied vengeance. Höss's barn bust and Krakow's gallows rise next. 49 hanged, public justice served ice cold. Yet over 5,000 slink off, a silent legion dodging the storm. Soviets blast without mercy. Hundreds fall in those early days. Poles deliver 1,000 for trial. But the Americans and British falter, letting thousands vanish into normalcy. Of 6,500 SS, under 800 face reckoning. Some shot, some strung up, most free. The Red Army's rifles thunder first, Krakow's ropes tighten after. But the West's hesitation leaves survivors like Weiss screaming into emptiness. Was this justice for 1.1 million dead? Or a failure louder than the gunshots? Auschwitz's guards shaped the Holocaust's end, and its unfinished scar. So what sticks with you? Soviet bullets tearing flesh as liberation breaks, a bloody prelude to a fractured justice. Höss swings, Krakow's trials roar, but thousands escape. living ghosts haunting a world too weary to hunt them all. Soviet gunfire, Polish nooses, Western shrugs. Which fate cuts deepest? Drop it in the comments below. For more dark secrets they don't want you to know, hit that subscribe button now. Stay tuned for our next video. Until then, don't do anything your mother wouldn't be proud of.